Okay, what about now? Is the sound working now? I think it should be working now. I don't know why it just decided not to work. Probably because I was doing some weird thing with my microphone earlier, but like I was just using it on a different like thing. I don't know, but it says it's working now, so we should have volume. So now that I actually have volume, welcome to tonight's stream. You can probably tell by the title, but I've got all the Silver Tempest now. And by all the Silver Tempest, I mean a bunch of ETBs and a bunch of booster boxes. Pretty well stocked. It should be nice and exciting. I know we're starting a bit late for tonight, but that is because I stayed out playing Commander a little bit longer than I usually do. But we were having lots of fun, nice chaotic games, and I love me some chaotic Commander, so it was very nice. I also totally destroyed everybody at least once tonight, maybe twice. It is great. My two favorite decks right now to play, they're both the same colors, black, white, red, but like I love them right now. They're very fun decks. Okay, this reflection in the ETB is gonna drive me crazy, so I'm gonna just move that. Oh, also in other news, I am almost entirely set up to start streaming on Whatnot. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully by the end of this week, I will have everything in place to do my first stream on there. I'm very hopeful. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And to getting a break from PayPal, because I just hate PayPal with every fiber of my being now. Like, I cannot adequately express my hatred for PayPal at this point. But we don't need to dwell on that, because then I'll just get mad again. I've already complained plenty about that today. But let's see. What else was I about to say? Oh, also exciting news for my job for Hilltop. They just signed the lease for a brick and mortar store. So they are going to be moving from an entirely online store to actually having a store that they'll be running streams out of. I'll be helping with the streams there. I'll be helping set up a TCG player store for them there. And then, you know, running events and selling stuff there. It's pretty exciting. I'm a little anxious, I guess you could say, overwhelmed maybe, in that now technically we're not going to have this store until I think the lease begins next month, so in December, and then we're planning on officially opening sometime in January. So it's not like super long, but it's a little bit of time. But I'm going to be working at 2 separate game stores now. And inconveniently, they are in opposite directions of each other from my house. But both about like 20 to 30 minutes away. So I don't love that. I was like, why did you have to get a store so far away? But alas, you know, it is what it is. And of course, you know, there should be a lot of pretty fun opportunities from that. And I'm certainly looking forward to some of the opportunities that will bring. Though also a little not sure how to feel. Because like, you know, having it as an additional job that I'm mostly doing from home, or like every now and then going and helping out, to something that's going to be multiple days a week, every week, it's going to be interesting. But my favorite part is that I will be allowed to work there in the middle of the night if I want to, because you guys know I am very consistent in that I stream late at night. That's just when I stream, and so I can do really late night streams for Hilltop as well. So, you know, I can just go there after work at the other game store and just be like, alright, clock in at 10 o'clock. Let's start a stream for 3 hours, and, you know, get paid for it. I'm pretty excited for that. It'll be great. Plus, I'll be allowed to probably work on like TCG player stuff at night too, which is pretty convenient for me because, I mean, the nighttime hours are when I'm usually the most productive. And yes, the the Arceus Premium collection boxes. I am so glad that they finally got back to me and like actually were like, yep, okay, you're officially getting them, we're taking your money. You know, enjoy. I won't probably do anything for TikTok because I don't like TikTok and I don't use TikTok, but I would love to open it up either for like a regular video or on stream if you would like either of those. But yeah, I'm excited that they're finally coming. I still don't know for sure what day they'll be here, but they're coming. And if they don't come, then that wouldn't make any sense at this point. We should be getting the Arceus boxes, which I am excited for. My bank account is not very excited for it though. I'm so done with all the PayPal garbage. Like, it's rough. For those of you that don't know, but I guess anyone that's not in my Discord server, because that's the only place I really talked about it, PayPal thought that, you know, dealing with a dispute for almost $400 worth of, you know, sales, if that wasn't already bad enough, they decided that it'd be a great idea to just charge me $30. Why? Because they had to deal with the dispute. The dispute that I did not cause, at all. I didn't do anything wrong. But they're like, oh yeah, no, we already took like almost $400 for you, but we're also gonna take this extra $30. Like, what now? So yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that, but I've blown off most of my steam about it because I've complained to a lot of people. But yeah, PayPal makes me sad. So yeah, if I suddenly just stop accepting PayPal payments, y'all know why. This isn't the first time that they have done stupid stuff and treated me like garbage. And I know that I'm not even the only person that has had that issue with PayPal. And so I'm just like, PayPal? More like pay enemy. Like, we're not pals. We're not friends. We're not vibing. And that is very unfortunate because I much prefer to be vibing at all times. Trick or Trade are the Halloween packs that they made for this year. They're just these cute little packs. I think they have, 3 cards in them. 2, like, commons. They're like reprints from sets, but they have like a little, like, jack-o'-lantern Pikachu head stamp on them. And then 1 holofoil. I think, like, there's like a handful of cute ones, but I don't know where I put my ones that I opened. Somewhere. I have no idea. My room is so chaotic at the moment. It is just a mess. And not the kind of chaos that I enjoy. Not like the chaos when I'm playing Magic. It's just unusable, inaccessible chaos. But I don't have the time or energy to deal with it right now, so for the moment, I'm just leaving it in its chaos. Though technically, I'm going to be getting a new bed. I'm downsizing because I don't know why, but I have a queen-size bed. It's pretty large. I am very small. I literally use like less than half of the bed. Maybe, I guess probably about half of the bed. But that's just a whole bunch of space just wasted for, you know, the rest of the beds. So I finally convinced my mom. I opened her eyes to the reality of how me having a smaller bed is going to impact both of us very, very beneficially. She finally understood. I was like, yeah, we can get you a new bed. I'm like, you're right. Incandescent Arcana. Where? What is the prices? Why can't I even find it? Where did I put it on the board? Not there, not there. Oh, yeah. That's funny. There we go. No, why does it want to be a money number? What is it doing? I don't know why it's being weird. Okay, I will just manually. We'll fix it. $5. Oh, what did I do? Struggling with Excel. Well, where did the money sign go? Got it. Okay, it's fixed now. Woo! Much better. It's all good and fine and good. Oh my goodness. I'm a little tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. I guess it's like 2 a.m., but I didn't stream last night. I tried to take it easy and rest. Of course, the resting kind of didn't really work or happen because I was just like seething over the issue with PayPal. So I guess I just didn't really get that good of rest. But I did try to kind of go to bed early. Failed. Big time. But I tried. And I mean, somehow I still got up and going in time for all of the things that I had going on today. It was quite the busy day, because started the day, you know, I got up and had to quickly get ready so that I had time to do like my onboarding course initiation, whatever thing for Whatnot. It was supposed to be 45 minutes long. Thank goodness it was only 30 because I had to leave. It started at 1 and I needed to leave by like 1:25 to 1:30 to get to a dentist's appointment. And I was like, I don't know, I guess I'll just have to like listen to the rest of the meeting in the car. But fortunately it ended before I actually got in the car and left. So that was fortunate. Got that done. Went to the dentist. After the dentist, I took a quick break from being busy with other stuff and finally did my photo shoot with my new sword. So hopefully like tomorrow maybe I should have pictures of that to share with you guys. So that should be pretty exciting. And then after that, I went and I helped package up and ship a bunch of orders for Hilltop. And then I was originally just gonna go directly to the game store. I didn't work today there, but I was gonna go play Commander. But then I got like stuck in the wrong lane on this one road that's just an absolute nightmare to drive on. It's the road that I got in a fender bender like 2 years ago and I'm still scarred from. that road. But so I got stuck in the wrong lane, just couldn't really do anything about it. So I just kind of like kept going for a ways until I finally found a place that I could turn around and stuff. And eventually I got there and, you know, played some Commander. Had an absolutely wild game that I totally should have won. But due to some silly circumstances, I did not win. But it was a really fun game, so I'm not really that upset about it. And then I played a bunch more games, but before I tell you guys more about those, we've got 2 Silver Tempests for Jason. So let's go ahead and do those. See what we can get for you. Starting off with up here. And we got the Regieleki V. Not bad. We'll go ahead and sleeve him up. I don't know if we've pulled this one before, to be honest. Silly little guy. And for the second pack, let's see if we can continue with a little bit more spice. So we got a Zubat and a Moongus. Not quite as exciting. There's that first code card, and then there's the other one. Beautiful. Alright, and we will get those added into your stack. I don't know what this camera angle is, but I don't like it. That's kind of better. Move my little cart so we can easily get those added in. Oh, also, speaking of sex, I apologize to anybody that is waiting on me for shipping. I was going to do that, and dealing with all the PayPal stuff, I just have not been able to get around to it. I am very, very drained with all the PayPal stuff, but I will try and get that taken care of as soon as possible. But yeah, not been the best week in terms of, you know, everything, but we will try and get it figured out. Hopefully soon. Alright, let me double check, make sure we don't have any other orders before I tell you guys more stories. Let's see. I don't think so. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna yawn like all night. But yeah, so Commander, oh my goodness, I gotta show you guys. Let me grab this. Got a birthday present from one of my friends that I play Commander with. It's a really spicy Commander deck from 2017, which they made a lot of really crazy decks that year. But I've got Nala Archmage Ritualist. He told me to never open it because it's like super spicy. But like at the same time, I'm kind of like intrigued. It looks like it's got like it's a bunch of like wizards, which I honestly think is really cool because there are a ton of crazy wizard cards that are printed. But I don't know, we'll see how long I can keep it sealed, but it's pretty exciting. I was very, very excited to get this as my gift because like this is not really something you can just find sitting around for the most part, because yeah, it's a little bit spicy. So I'm quite excited about that. So it's my new spicy deck. Oh, where do I put it though? There, I found a spot for it. And let me get a quick drink of my Sprite. No, I will not be getting the Scarlet and Violet games because I don't have a Switch to play them on and also don't play video games. Nice. My Sprite is actually cold and not room temperature. That's probably just because it like almost froze on my drive home from playing Commander. It started snowing. It'd been kind of rainy throughout the day, but by the time I finished playing Commander, which was at like 1 a.m., it was snowing. And so it was very cold. My car has horrible heating. I basically say the heating in the Jeep at this point is just the blanket that I keep in there for when it gets cold outside. So it's the blanket is the heating system in the Jeep currently. And like when I wear leg warmers and my hat and my backup jacket and my gloves, that's the heating system. But yeah, so it's pretty chilly in there. So I can imagine the Sprite got nice and cold during like the 20-minute drive home in very cold, snowy weather. I don't really mind snow that much for the most part. My biggest concern with snow is having to deal with other people driving in the snow, and also because the lines on the road, you just like can't see them. They're hard enough to see just on a regular night. Like if it's a little bit dark, it's like all the lines on the road gone. But if it's a little bit dark and the roads are wet, lines on the road, no. It's just a free-for-all, apparently. It's not fun, but that is what I like about driving at like 1 a.m. There are significantly less people on the road to have to worry about. So, you know that's something. Welcome to those of you in the chat. It is good to have y'all. I'm hurrying and check orders again. Ooh, also, I gotta have pizza. One of my friends got pizza for us while we played Commander, which is pretty cool because that means I've now had pizza twice this week. I technically think I ate some pizza yesterday too. I might have had some of my leftovers. Speaking of leftovers, I still have a slice of cake to eat. Unless somebody else ate it, but I hope nobody did. My mom hid it for me. She's like, I'll hide this so that you can get to eat the last slice of your own cake. So hopefully that's fine. But yeah, I've gotten to play Commander and eat pizza on 2 nights this week, so that was pretty sweet. All right, I think we've got another order. Let me refresh real quick. Yes, we've got one more Silver Tempest for Jason. Let's see what we can do for ya. Move my camera. I think that's better. I actually don't know if I like that angle better. I'm indecisive today. Alright, we've got Murkrow and Incineroar. It's a interesting look for Incineroar. He usually is always being spicy and scary, but he's just like zonked out this time. Alright, we will add those into your stack. There we go. And I'll tidy up the bulk. Still don't have a bulk box, but it's fine. So go eat the cake. I might have to stream though. I honestly don't know if I really have enough of an appetite. Like I wasn't even that hungry earlier when we got the pizza, but my friend specifically got some like cheesy bread things to go with the pizza because they know that I don't like pizza with sauce. And they specifically got those for me, so I wanted to eat some, and then they were also just really tasty, so I ate a few. And so, like, I'm not hungry at all. I just want to eat the cake for the sake of eating the cake, you know? It's great. It's covered in frosting and sprinkles, and it's delicious. But maybe I'll eat it for tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. We'll find out. The saga of Zell hiding her last piece of cake until she eats it shall continue. Alright, let me double check orders. I can't imagine we're gonna have too many considering I literally started at 15 minutes to 2. Just a little bit late. Just a bit. I was gonna stream earlier, but I'm sure nobody is really that surprised. You feast. I stab it with a fork and then eat the cake. It's pretty simple. There's not too much to it. Wow, I just realized my room is kind of cold. Like, maybe I should turn my space heater on, but it's not like really cold. It's just like this subtly, uncomfortably, just slight bit of cold. So I feel like if I turn my space heater on, it's just gonna get way too hot, like really quickly. But then again, I mean, if that happens, I could just like open my window for like 2 seconds and I'm sure the air would just turn frigid like immediately. Because it's pretty cold outside. I mean, my computer is telling me 31 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty decently cold. Yeah, that's what my computer is telling me. Oh, but I don't know that it is snowing anymore, at least, so that's something. Yeah, it says that it's not, maybe. I don't know. The weather thing on my computer is kind of confusing. I also don't even know if it's actually like reporting the weather for like the area I live in or not. Maybe it might be like, I don't know. It's but that's what it says. Oh, now it's down to 30 degrees. I wonder, I guess my phone at least I know is connected to the right place. Let's see what my phone says. My phone informs me that it is 32 degrees outside and cloudy. No precipitation is expected, it would seem. Maybe. Oh no, I guess there could be more. And it might be a little bit windy? Yeah, it's a little bit windy. Not crazy windy, but a little bit windy. Can we make it go below 0? I would really rather not. I don't love the sound of that. I mean, usually at least a few points during the Utah winter, the weather does get into the negatives, but I definitely prefer it when it's not in the negatives. It's a little bit brutal, not gonna lie. But it's just a matter of time. It's still early in the wintry time of year. It's just like mid-November. I mean, it's not even mid-November. We've only gotten through a third of the month, so not quite mid-November. We're already down to like 30. I'm sure at some point during either December or January we'll get the good old negatives. I don't really love it when it's that cold, because like I said, the heating in my Jeep is basically just the blanket that I keep in there. And it's a nice blanket, but one blanket against negative degrees, it's cold. It's very cold. November, rain and snow. We've had both today. We had rain earlier and then snow later tonight. Gotta drive home in like some flurries. My Jeep was fairly coated when I left playing Commander, so I had to like wipe all the windows off so that I could actually like see it, like look through my blind spots and see out my back windshield, because my back windshield does not have a window wiper. So I have to manually clean it off if I want to be able to see using my rear view mirror. The packs, those ones are from a booster box. I only open single packs from booster boxes. The ETBs are only if you order an ETB. Because, yes. I've already got a booster box open, so we're using the packs from there. And then, once those are out, oh, excuse me. Then we'll be on to the next booster box. Or y'all could just start buying full booster boxes. I'm pretty excited. It's not, the set hasn't even come out yet. And I can sell the booster boxes for a little bit under MSRP. That makes me so excited. Speaking of MSRP, I'm so very not happy. But Pokemon has announced a bunch of price increases. And I'm just like, I'm so over this. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic already did it. It's no surprise. But I don't particularly care for all of the price increases. The reason, they're claiming it's inflation, but ultimately, I am 99.999998999% sure that it is greed, not inflation that is the real reason behind it. So sad times. It's a big oof. Pretty disappointed. But alas, such is how it goes. Cry. But yeah, so apparently Pokemon will be instituting still streaming YouTuber, gradually move to Whatnot. I have not decided either way yet. All I know is that I'm going to try out streaming on Whatnot. I am hopeful for it, especially since I don't have to use PayPal if I'm using Whatnot. And that sounds wonderful because using PayPal is a nightmare. So, for that reason especially, I'm very encouraged to use Whatnot more. Plus, Whatnot, there's definitely a bigger community for rip and ships, since it is primarily a platform based on selling stuff. So, I think it will be very beneficial for me to put some effort into streaming there, but I'm not saying I'm giving up on YouTube. Who knows, at the end of the day, I might decide I don't like using Whatnot and we'll just go back to YouTube, but it ultimately just kind of depends. Yeah, apparently Pokemon prices are increasing. I don't know for sure when it goes into effect. I'm assuming probably with Scarlet Violet but that is just my assumption. But from what I understand is MSRP for single packs will be going up from $4 to $4.50. Booster boxes will be going up from like $144 at MSRP to I think it was $162, which I'm like, that's a pretty decent increase. Don't love that. Don't love that at all. But I mean, I guess that's just, you know, the exact change from $4 to $4.50. But even then, that's like, dude, that's 50 more cents. That for I don't know. I don't love it. I don't appreciate it. I have zero reason to like it that they're increasing their prices. And I think ETBs are going up to 45. I think that's what it was. Of my UPC and whatnot. Yeah, we could possibly do that. I don't know how it would work for sure though, since Whatnot takes things like not... It's hard to describe, but they take a lot of things very seriously in terms of like purchases made elsewhere, or like talking about making purchases off of Whatnot. So I think just for like carefulness reasons, in terms of not wanting to risk like messing up my ability to stream on there, because they have some really, like, there are a couple kind of weird but very strict rules. Like, I can kind of understand why they're in place, but they're like unnecessarily like a severe punishment wise. Hey, welcome. How's it going? But yeah, I'll probably go with YouTube for opening the UPC, because like that was like a big thing that like they repeat a couple times. They're like, do not like negotiate deals for off of the app. Do not, you know, discuss selling things off of Whatnot. So unfortunately I won't be able to do stuff like that, which is, I mean, it's a bit over dramatic, but oh well. I guess that is just what you just gotta deal with, all the over dramaticness of all the different businesses and platforms in order to use them. Yes, we got this Silver Tempest! Whole bunch of booster boxes and the ETBs. I'm pretty excited about them. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a chance to do a bigger stream and we can just open tons of it. I am very excited to pull a bunch of spice from this set. I'm hoping the ETBs will be as spicy as the ETBs were for Lost Origin, because like, yes, all of the Silver Tempest is on the board right here. We have single packs at $4 each. Full booster box is $135, and the packs from an ETB are... It says 4. It's 40 though. It's 40 for the ETB. So yeah, that is what I've got Silver Tempest wise. I tried to make the colors very different from the rest of the board, but like, I also tried to like bold the borders, and it didn't work. Like, it was just like, nah. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I tried to make all the borders like bold, so that it was very easy to see, but it didn't want to cooperate with me, so it has borders, but they're not as thick. Let's see if I can make it a little bit thicker. No, please just work, Excel. Alright, you know, that's something. Nope, I'm not logging off yet. I'll be streaming a little bit longer at least. It is like almost 2:30, but I started like 45 minutes ago, and I'm in no rush to finish up for the night. I don't have to open tomorrow at work. I'm glad about that. I've been opening a lot lately, and I don't love it. So, I'm glad that tomorrow I'll be closing. That'd be so much better. I much prefer it when I close, because that works a lot more like in accordance with my insomnia. My insomnia wants me to stay up late and then sleep in late. So, if I don't have to get up as early, is a pretty decent release. Though, I mean, honestly, I've been doing a little bit better the last few days at getting up when I need to. So, that's something. Like, today I was really worried about not having enough time to get ready, but I got up when I needed to and ended up being just fine. So, I guess we are alright. I'm just checking orders real quick. Oh my goodness. I'm tired. Just a little bit. I mean, like, yeah, I tried to take it easy last night and get some rest, but that didn't really happen. So I just got like a pretty typical, I think I got like 5 hours of sleep. So like not terrible, but definitely could be better. Tonight though, who knows? It'll probably still somehow be like 5. No, I'd have to stay up to like 9 a.m. if I wanted to only get like 5 hours of sleep. Fates Collide? And Fates Collide. Wow, that's exciting. There are a couple there are a couple nice cards in Fates Collide. It's got some of the break cards. Then I'm trying to remember what the secret rares for Fates Collide. Oh wow, Fates Collide packs have gone up to $9 each. Man, like a year ago they were like 6 or 7. So I guess it's not like a huge difference, but it's enough to like be noticeable. Oh my goodness, it's the one with Mega Altaria. I love Mega Altaria. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's got an Umbreon full art, which is pretty spicy. The Alakazam EX secret rare that basically just looks like an alt art. Now let me just pull this up so you guys can see. There you go. Oh, why is the Umbreon hiding? Let's see. We will move this a little bit. That's fine. So yeah, it's got the Umbreon full art that's pretty sweet. The absolutely gorgeous Alakazam, Mega Alakazam, regular Umbreon. Oh, it's got a Glaceon full art too. And like, yeah, so. Oh, the Lugia Break is pretty sweet as well. I love Team Rocket's handiwork. Such a cool card. The full art Mega Altaria and the full art regular Altaria EX. It's a fun set. $4. Wow, that is quite the steal of a deal. I'm not gonna lie. That is less than half of what they are going for on TCG Player. I would say you can't really go wrong with that. Like, that's just a yes. Let's see. Am I getting order notifications or just other notifications? Other notifications. It's like I kept seeing my phone light up. I'm like, what's going on there? It's just Discord, I think. Got for my commander group, we're organizing some kind of like secret Santa commander thing that it should be fun. We're just kind of, you know, working on figuring out all the specifics for it, which is gonna take a little bit of time because I don't know, we're very much all over the place in terms of how we want to do it, but it seems like it's gonna be fun, so I'm looking forward to it. Of course, it's not like I really should be doing random things like that are gonna need me to spend money, because PayPal is making money a big problem for me. I'm really sad because the new Magic set, I will be able to buy it on Friday, but that doesn't mean I have the money to, since I, you know, kind of just like randomly lost $400 thanks to lovely PayPal. I probably won't be able to get as much of the set as I wanted. I'll still be able to get a little bit, but it is a little bit of an oof. I mean, at least it's not as spicy of a set as a couple of the ones that they've done, but I'm still pretty disappointed. Yes, I did finally hit 1.4k. It took so unnecessarily long to do that, but we did it. I would like to do a subscriber special, but to be honest, I don't know that I will. Just because of all the other things I've got going on right now. I am doing exceedingly well at keeping absurdly busy. But I think, yeah, we might end up just waiting to do a 1500 sub special. Of course, at the rate that I'm getting subs, that won't be for another, like, 6 months. But, you know, eventually. Those 2 booster boxes keep looking at me. I know, right? I'm like, what if one of them's the one with the Lugia? Or really any of the alt-arts. I mean, you can't go wrong with alt-arts. But I mean, Lugia, last I checked, it was going for like 300 or 400, I think. It's doing quite well. I'm curious to see what it'll be at after release. Oh wow, yeah, it's like 350. So that's a good bit more than the Giratina I think ever was. Man, Lugias are so spicy. Love the Lugias. Yeah. PayPal is stupid. I just don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I am just very bothered, very upset, and just very tired of the whole thing. It's so dumb. It is not vibey. Anyways, I'm gonna look at what Giratina alt. Yeah, the Giratina alt is going for, looks like around 220 to 230. The highest it ever got, I think, was like 270. So the Lugia is so far looking like it's gonna be worth a bit more than the Giratina. So definitely pretty spicy. And I mean, you've also got the Serena, which is kind of wild. Not gonna lie. The Serena is a fantastic card as well. Definitely got some cool stuff to. They need to look after smaller sellers. Yeah, they really ought to, because I mean, honestly, at this point, after dealing with this, like, I am very legitimately questioning whether or not I'm going to be continuing to do any business with PayPal after this. Like, I just feel incredibly mistreated, and I don't want to say disgusted at how I've been treated by them. Not only this time, but last time I had an issue as well. It's so dumb. Someone pulled the Lugia today. Ooh, that's crazy. I'm quite looking forward to whenever I eventually get to see one in person. Who knows if it'll be pulling it for someone or seeing one at work or what, but I definitely want to see one. It's such a gorgeous card. I mean, you know, I watched that Giratina get pulled, so maybe I can see someone pull the Lugia too. It was actually interesting. The game shop, we ended up opening a full case of Silver Tempest, and we haven't opened cases of Pokemon sets since, like, I think Evolving Skies. So, like, over a year, we didn't open, like, boxes for singles for Pokemon, but I guess we decided to do it again with Silver Tempest. I was just sad that they did it when I wasn't there. So sad times. But, alas. But, yeah, so we've got a bit of singles, but we haven't seen an alt-art yet. But maybe there's a chance we'll get one. Or some crazy person will come and trade one in. Or they won't trade it in and they'll just think about trading it in and then being like, nah, I'm a keep. Alright, I'm a check orders again. We will see if I have any. You know, I think part of the thing with PayPal is with the other person that that you're talking about, I do believe that they already shipped the cards. So that changes things from PayPal's point of view. But in my situation, there's a chance that because I haven't shipped the cards out, they won't agree that I deserve the money. But that does not change the fact that I opened the product for them. And anybody that knows anything about cards knows that when you open product, it loses all of its value as sealed product, and the value becomes whatever the singles are worth. And I'm just worried that PayPal isn't going to listen or accept it. No, he didn't ship it? Was it somebody else then? Because I know somebody already had shipped stuff to her, so I'm kind of confused now. But, I mean, I guess if that worked out for him, then maybe there's a bit more hope for me. I mean, like, there's no guarantees of either way that it's gonna go. It's just concerning because of what PayPal has done previously that makes me really anxious about where they're gonna take it. But honestly, like, at this point, I'm about ready to look into, like, I don't totally know all of the options for proceeding with this, but, like, ultimately, depending on what the response I get from PayPal ends up being, I am, like, I've gone through a ton of their terms of service, spent so much time reading that and trying to figure stuff out, but, like, at the end of the day, like, if I don't get that money back, essentially a crime has been committed against me. And that's just straight up not okay. So I don't know what my options are in terms of bringing, like, a higher authority or something into this. But essentially, like, I am not entirely opposed to doing that if things continue to be an issue. So, you know, I'm hoping that I don't have to go that far because it's just going to be a even more horrible situation for anyone. But, like, that does not, like, whatever PayPal ends up deciding, yeah, that I don't know how it would work with going to the police, but essentially, if PayPal doesn't decide this in my favor, or I guess it's through their bank with PayPal acting as the in-between, like, I have zero contact with the actual, like, group that is doing the investigation. All I can hope is that they're actually giving the information that I provided, that I literally spent hours compiling. I can just hope that they're actually, you know, giving that information to the people doing the investigation. But, you know, I guess I'll see. And if they make the wrong decision, then whoop-de-doo, I get to go jump into some legal battle or something. No, I really don't want to have to. But I guess we'll see. We will find out. And in the meantime, I will just complain to you guys about it like every day. I'm sorry I complain so much. But I feel pretty validated in being incredibly upset. Sad times, though. Definitely sad times. Checking orders again real quick. I don't think we've got any more orders. I'll give it like 5-10 more minutes. If we don't have any more, I'll probably call it a night. You know, just do a little quick short one for tonight, since I did start super late. I think I'll probably do a stream tomorrow though too, since I just have work and then I should be free after that. So unless I accidentally fall asleep or something after work, which I mean, I wouldn't complain because I would love it if I could get to sleep early again. That was so great on Sunday night when I just totally zonked out at 10 or 11 at night. That was great. That never happens. And then I woke up at 5 and was just like, whoa. and also like, ow, because my contacts are still in. And that does not feel great to wake up having contacts still in. Because they are not made to be in your eyes while you sleep. And my eyes already get incredibly dry. Whenever I wake up, I always have to have eye drops right next to my bed. Because otherwise my eyes will just like burn. It's not fun. But it was nice getting to sleep a little bit early. It's not too common that is the case. Sleep really is good. It's great. I wish my body was a little bit more, you know, enthusiastic about getting to sleep. Like, see, I am really great at staying asleep once I fall asleep. The struggle is just, you know, that actually falling asleep part. There's sometimes where I'll just like lay in bed for like an hour. I'm like, this is very boring. And after I get too bored of just trying to lay there and sleep, I'll usually end up just pulling my phone out of like the sheer boredom. And then, you know, that just wakes me up even more if I even felt tired in the first place. And so I just like get caught up in this just, yeah, until I get to the point that I'm so tired that my body's just like, fine, we can just like shut down and be done. But go to sleep now. The struggle is real. Alright, we'll give 5 more minutes and then I think we'll wrap up for the night. I am actually fairly sleepy, so I'm hopeful that I can get to bed soon. I mean, I do have to take care of some TCG player stuff before I go to sleep, but fortunately, while I was multitasking earlier, I accomplished a little bit of TCG player. Though, my problem right now is I don't know what I did with my international stamps. Like, I need them for an order, and I have absolutely no clue where they are. I spent a while looking for them yesterday, but I have not succeeded in finding them yet. Ooh, alright, we got 2 trick-or-trade packs for Jason. Let's do it. There we are. Let's see what we can get for you tonight. I always forget that they have the cards facing the same way as the back. 2 to the front. Start off with a cute little Litwick. Got Dusclops and a Hatterene for our first holofoil. And then on to the second pack. See what we can get in here. So 2 to the front. Oh, let's see the Gengar. Oh, the Pikachu. So cute. Haunter. It's almost Gengar. And Mimikyu. Honestly love the Mimikyu too. Mimikyu is a pretty top tier Pokemon. I may be somewhat biased as y'all can probably figure considering I was Mimikyu for Halloween. But I do think Mimikyu is just genuinely, in fact, a great little silly Pokemon. Though his backstory is so sad. Very sad times. I'm gonna take a quick drink of Sprite again. I'm thirsty. I'm just surprised that it's still a little bit cold. I mean, like I said, like, it probably got pretty cold while I was in the car, but I mean, I guess it's not like my room is particularly warm at the moment. If I had turned the space heater on, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a little bit cooler, but I also just realized that I haven't even been updating this at all, so I'm gonna just guess I have at least 15 of them. This is very vague estimate. Alrighty. We'll check orders again. Alright, I'm not seeing anything new currently. I feel like I've got to... Like, I'm trying to figure out what... I think there was something earlier that I was going to talk about, and then I got distracted, but I don't know if I ever, like, got back to it. But now I'm not even sure what it was. Oh, I never finished telling you guys about my Commander games tonight. Hey, it was great having you, Jason. Have a good night. I I played 2 decks tonight. I played like multiple games with each of them, I think, but I played my one precon that always does like insanely well, and that was pretty fun. It's such a silly overpowered deck. I love it. It's very entertaining for me. So I played that. I don't really remember how it all went, but then I also played my Kalia deck, which is my favorite and strongest deck. I should have probably won the first game with it, but I didn't. But then I do think I won another game with it. And that was pretty vibey. I was doing good, getting all kinds of free creatures and stuff. I gotta play some cards that I don't get to play as often, which was pretty exciting to get a chance to use those. And I also got some ideas for cards to add and stuff. Though, of course, I can't really change or work on decks right now because all my magic cards are like boxed away. So I hope that I can, regain access to them eventually, but I'll probably have to wait until I get my new bed. Oh, that I think that must have been what I forgot to ever finish talking about. That I'm downsizing my bed so that I'll have more space in my room, and I think that'll help incentivize me to finish like moving my stuff around and finally figure out where I'm moving my magic stuff to. It still is genuinely a problem that I don't necessarily have the right kind of space to store all my magic boxes, but I will somehow make it happen. I'll figure it out. It's just gonna take a good little bit of work, and one day I will be able to find my cards again so that I can actually use them and build decks and work on. My precon is already done so well despite me not making any changes to it. So it kind of makes me want to just leave it as is and always play as a precon, because it's so funny that it can just absolutely destroy people as a precon. Like, I just find that incredibly entertaining. But I still do really like the idea of all the mechanics and experimenting with other ways that you can use it. But what I might do is I have a friend who bought the precon to get a few of the cards out of it. I might get the rest of the cards that they don't keep from it and use those kind of towards my, like, building a kind of customized version of the deck to see if I can, use that skeleton of the deck and add some of those really good cards that I like and that I think would be effective in there, and kind of just go from there and see, I guess, whether the precon is just perfect as it is, or whether, there's a somehow even stronger way to build the deck. I mean, honestly, like, in terms of lands at least, just replacing a lot of the not very good lands in it with more versatile and spicy lands, I think that alone could really help the deck to, like, get started faster. So I think even just that would make a difference. And then, of course, there are a handful of cards that are pretty spicy that I think would be funny to put in there. So I might do some stuff with those. But also, there's a couple random cards that I need to find for multiple of my decks to help make things flow better. But I've definitely got lots of ideas for whenever I can actually deck build again. Anyways, I think I'm gonna check orders one last time and then call it a night. I'm a little sleepy, so hopefully I can actually get some sleep and not just like immediately like wake all the way up the second I get in bed, because it do be like that sometimes. Yeah, it looks like we're done with orders for tonight. I will try and stream tomorrow as well, probably at a better time than 15 minutes before 2 a.m. But you know, it was a fun little short stream tonight. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys all next time.